Welcome to the Red, White, and You podcast. Joining me is Allen Americans forward Kameron Kielly, who comes to us from the Team Apartments. If you're a wrestling fan, they used to say parts unknown. Cam, first of all, hey, buddy, good to see you. Finally, nice to really meet you face to face. I miss being on the road with you guys this year.
Yeah, it's definitely an adjustment for everyone. Me and you were talking before recording here that you miss out on the road trips, which is unfortunate for you, but finally nice to be on and have a little talk.
Absolutely. So tell us about Charlottetown, PEI. Where exactly is that?
Yeah, so I've been telling all the boys that it's God's country. In other words, it's east coast of Canada, so just a little about as far east as you can go, other than Newfoundland. Little spot, not very big. Not many people even know where it is, but it's full of golf courses.
There you go.
All kinds of water, beaches. It's in the summer, it's the spot to be, but this time of year, it can be tough.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You're probably not on the golf course if you're home this afternoon. What would you be doing if you were home today?
Good question.
You a skier? Do you like to ice fish?
Yeah, PEI is pretty flat, so our ski hills, it's nothing too crazy. But I mean, I would go out. It's something to do for sure. Other than that, just hanging out with buddies, I guess. I just finished up school there. Obviously, I went to PEI, so it would be a normal day, practice and go to the gym, go to school. But days off, pretty normal, pretty basic. Hang out with buddies, and that's pretty much it.
So for fans that want to get to know you, and obviously this year's a tough year. Normally, fans mingle with our players after the game, and players come out of the concourse, and you really get to know the fans at this level, which is great. What are some things about you that our fans would be surprised to know?
Surprised to know? That's a tough one, actually. I don't know. I like to keep it pretty basic. From PEI, small spot, everyone knows each other. But surprised to know, I guess. Yeah, that's tough.
Any musically? Are you musically talented at all? Can you play the guitar? Can you sing? Are you a drummer?
No, I am not musically talented. No, I love golf. I love being out on the water. Just simple things like that. I love going to the beach back home, stuff like that. Yeah, again, not much popping out that is out of the ordinary.
So since you said golf, which is one of my great passions, I love golf. If there's a PGA Tour event within 200 miles, I'm probably going to, be there at some point.
For sure.
Yeah. Who's your favorite golfer growing up? I know the obvious question would be Tiger, but maybe, somebody other than Tiger, or somebody of the kind of the new breed, the Ricky Fowlers, the Justin Thomases. Who do you follow?
It's a good question. Obviously, yeah, like you said, Tiger would be up there for sure. I've become a big fan of DJ and just kind of how he carries himself, the nonchalant, but deep down he really does care, and the way he carries himself, his composure. I just think he's fun to watch and has a lot of swagger to him.
A funny story, since you brought up DJ, and I love DJ too. So a few years ago, World Golf is in Austin, and I drive down, a couple of buddies for a Sunday, and I'm standing there on 18 watching DJ, and there's this guy that's behind me, and he says, "Oh, Allen Americans, you guys are in the ECHL, right?" And I turn around, and it was Wayne Gretzky. And I almost literally dropped to my knees right there. The fact that he recognized the Allen Americans logo. Not that I want to talk about my experience there.
Did you get a picture?
What's that?
Did you get a picture with him?
I did. As a matter of fact, Cam, I got a picture. Wayne was holding his grandbaby at the time. Obviously Dustin's baby, and it was kind of cool. I'll share that photo with you so you can see it.
Really cool.
Pretty cool. Talk about hockey. How did hockey come into your life? Obviously growing up in Canada, right? Everybody plays hockey or curling or one of those winter type sports. But how did you decide that hockey was your game?
Yeah, so growing up, obviously I was involved in a lot of different sports. Coming from an athletic family, both my parents played university basketball. My mother was quite good at basketball, so I played that growing up and kind of had to decide. I started hockey at an early age, but hockey was always my sport. I was always really good, and always had more love for that. So chose that at a young age and just kind of ran with it. Yeah, lots of rinks back home. Everyone's kind of involved, and it's been great.
Well, I know you haven't really had a chance to see much of Texas since you've been here. And here lately, Texas has looked probably more like home than Texas we're used to, right? But what are some of the things you like about the Dallas-Fort Worth area?
Oh, it's just so well kept. I think it kind of feels like you're on a vacation. I mean, I come from such a small town. Like I said, when I came down here, you just see like the outlets, all the restaurants, the different chains. It's pretty cool, and you don't see that around home at all. And yeah, just how well kept it is. Obviously, the area is beautiful, and yeah, I've loved it so far.
This is Kameron Kielly joining us here on the Red, White, and You podcast. So fans always like to know who your roommates are. First of all, who are you rooming with there at the new apartments?
So I'm with Phil Blue, but obviously I think everyone knows Phil had his COVID test come back positive early on, and I think he missed close to 30 days. So I was kind of on the move early. That was tough. I was switching apartments, almost every week. I think I had 4 or 5 different roommates. Right now Phil's called up, so I'm living with Dotzel.
Yeah.
And so right now me and him are together. It's been great.
Yeah, he's a great guy. One of the most genuine guys that's ever put on an Allen American sweater. Just loved Etsy. What a great guy. What a good hockey player. What about the team this year? And I know we got off to that great start. We're scoring at will. Obviously, we're still second in the league in goals scored, but seems like here lately things have kind of quieted down a little bit. I know some guys weren't happy about the way the games came out last weekend. What do you think? Just kind of your 2 cents worth. What was not working last weekend in those 2 losses to KC?
I mean, you can point out the obvious that we were banged up. We had some injuries. We had some short numbers, but I mean, I think we played well as a team. We battled hard. We had some guys step up for sure, but some nights you just get the bounces and others you don't. But it's been such a crazy year with people going up and down that it's there's new faces in and out the door every week. So I think finding the real chemistry with each other, and we'll continue to grow.
All right, since you're one of the young guys, I'll throw this out to you. And I heard this talk today. I was driving around listening to NHL Network Radio. They were tossing out the Crosby and McDavid debate. Right now, who do you think better player, Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby?
I mean, it's pretty tough to choose between those two, but right now I think 97 is on top of the world. It's he's pretty fun to watch.
He is very fun to watch. And that takes me to my next question. Your dream line, it can be any player from any area. It could be Gordie Howe. It could be Wayne Gretzky, whatever. Who is your other 2 line mates if you get to choose your dream line?
I think we had that in one of our pamphlets. I forget what I put, so I don't want to lie, but geez, that's tough. But I think I put number 8, Ovechkin.
Really?
I think I put him on one side, and I think I put either 87 or 97 on the other side.
You can't go wrong with either one of those 2 guys. That'd be pretty good, though. Can you imagine being on a line between Sid and Ovechkin? That'd be pretty interesting. Those guys have had their battles over the years.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'd find the score sheet for sure.
Favorite food? If you're cooking in the house and you got a loaded refrigerator, what are you making?
If I'm cooking, obviously this is my first year away, so I'm kind of expanding my options. But I'm a big fish guy. I love haddock, love salmon. Have that 2-3 times a week easily, with a sweet potato or something simple. But yeah, if I'm not having that, maybe just a chicken breast and pasta. But yeah, big fish guy for sure.
When you're relaxing, what's your music of choice?
Country for sure. If I'm relaxing, sitting by the pool or laying in bed, country for sure. Before games would be a little different. It'd be rap.
Best concert you've ever been a part of?
So back home we have these things called country concerts. It's a big tourist event on PEI. It gains a lot of revenue, obviously, and brings people to the island. But Kenny Chesney played there a few years ago, and he was excellent live. trying to think who else was there. Eric Church was really good.
Oh yeah.
But Kenny Chesney kind of stole the show.
What's your favorite Canadian band?
Probably it was the Tragically Hip. Obviously, I was just kind of getting into them, kind of finding out who they were as Gord kind of went through his battle. But I still followed, kind of still listen to some of their songs now. But yeah, it would have been them for sure.
Well, Cam, you get the weekend off here. No games. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, so like I said, we're in lockdown. It's kind of been tough. I think we're trying to get ice for tomorrow, which would be nice to get out of the house, get on the ice. We have some new guys, obviously, as well. So to meet them and get everyone involved again. But other than that, just kind of lay low. It's, the weekends feel so long if you don't have games. So just try and get through it together.
Well, you're right there. They've been really long for me all year because I don't get to travel this season. And, this is the first year. And I was telling Asachuk the other day, we were chatting on the phone, and I said, this is just such a bizarre year because I said, normally by the first at least 3 weeks into the season, I know everybody and I know the guys face to face. If they have anything, any questions, they'll reach out. This year has been very tough because, other than, just the occasional text with you the last week, trying to get a scoring change taken care of for you, it's like you don't get to know the guys. And I think that's the one thing that's been the toughest part of this year for me, is not being a part of this team and, a very, very good team. So, hopefully later in the year, things will be different, but if not, I guess we'll do the best we can. And looks like we have a really, really good team, and you're a big part of it. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me on, Tommy. And like I said, we really appreciate you. And obviously we hope you can be on road trips again soon.
Me too, buddy. Just let's get to the playoffs and maybe things will be different, huh?
Exactly. Further you go, better chances are.
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Cam Kielly. Hopefully you know more about him than before you started listening to this interview. And again, number 11 on the Allen Americans roster. What a great guy from a town way up north. Is it Charlottetown or Charlottesville? I apologize. Charlottetown. All right, had it right the first time. There you go. I think we'll end it right there. Ladies and gentlemen, Cam Kielly on the Red, White, and You.